in addition, because it's a special holiday episode, and no one's told us that they hate it, we also did some research on some Irish mythical creatures. So, start now.
So we're doing it. These are our mythical folklore, Celtic folklore. So I picked the Banshee. I'm sure you've heard of her.
I imagine just like the sound.
She's a pretty renowned creature, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Irish, as you know. My whole family pretty much is Irish. Celtic. I have Celtic on both sides. So I figured, as an Irish woman, what better folklore to explore than Irish women? Yay! So I introduce to you the Banshee.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the Banshee, the meaning of the word vaguely means woman of the fairies. So she was first known in Irish and Celtic folklore as the woman of the fairies. She is said to appear basically as an omen. That someone you know is going to die.
Huh?
What?
Yep. Okay. So you'd first hear her keening, is basically wailing or screaming. Then you'd see her. So you hear her just like La Llorona.
I was about to say.
You'd hear her, then you see her. The only difference is that I'll get to it. Okay. Although she's world renowned at this time, she first popped off and went on the scene around 1300 AD. It was like 1380 AD, around there. So, and she had a very specific description at the time. It's morphed over time, as legends do, but at this point in time, she had a very specific. So, being in Ireland, Scotland, she obviously had long red hair, extremely pale, like ghastly. She was ghastly, almost translucent pale, dark eyes, and wearing white. She was also said to be combing her hair while keening. So she's wailing and brushing her hair out the whole time. And it is also part of the legend that she didn't walk. She just floated. She just floated everywhere. Just like a going.
Low-key jealous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'd never have to walk. Although, just like the legend, it transforms over time. She has also been told to shapeshift into younger women who are like virgins, pure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, like I was saying earlier, she's normally not there to hurt you specifically, but she does look absolutely terrifying. And her main purpose is, like I said, basically just to tell you that someone you know, usually a family member, is going to pass away.
Okay.
So, sometimes something cool. Sometimes she'll come along with what's called the death coach. And that's basically like the hearse, but it's just a coach with horses.
Okay.
But it's being driven by nothing. It's just horses with a big black coach. You know?
Okay. I was like, this is very Harry Potter when they have the coaches that are pulled by what the fuck are they called? Thestrals. And people who haven't seen death can't see Thestrals, so it looks like it's being pulled by nothing. But people who have seen death can see them. Anyway, carry on.
So she either comes up with the death coach, or she can summon it, kind of like a horse in a game.
Okay, yeah.
Like you're calling a roach.
Yeah.
You call him over. So, so she just literally walks around and screams and cries about how your family member's gonna die, just walking through the streets, walking with her death coach, just to tell you in front of your face that one of your family members is gonna die. It's just really, really bold. It's a really bold movement. So, and now another random thing. Apparently, to lore, there's not just one Banshee. So, like with demons, there's usually only one of them.
Yeah.
If you get a monster, it's usually
You
that
get the one. Yeah.
Yeah. But with a Banshee, it's kind of up in the air on whether or not she's a fairy, or if she's a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
But in the ghost lore, basically she's a woman who was either like violently killed or killed in childbirth. So she's like coming back from those traumas. So that's where that comes in.
Yeah.
But so in that case, there can be multiple of them.
Yeah.
And they can kind of come up as a squad.
Yeah.
And if you see all of them ganged up, that means somebody who's holy or like powerful is going to die.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know what the class rulings of that are.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, if you're just a normal person, you can only get one Banshee.
But if you're like the mayor.
If you're like the Pope, you get 4.
Yeah.
You get
definitely gets
4 of them.
Yeah. Wild.
So now, as I said earlier, she's not normally there to hurt you, but in some Celtic beliefs, she was told basically that she would come back just to unalive people. So her scream was supposed to be so shrill and so loud that people would basically just off themselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they would be so fed up with her just walking around and shrieking in their ear that they just kind of give up, or they commit themselves because they just kind of go.
They're like, for the love of God, stop.
Yeah, they're literally.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, but she's not doing it herself. She's not going up and actually killing them. Because she never gets her hands dirty.
Very.
Yeah, she's just kind of like, I'm just screaming.
She's like, all these people just keep running into
Why are all these people just killing
and fucking running off of cliffs? I'm
down.
over here warning them, like, oh my god, do not go that direction. And sure as shit, they fucking do. Not my fault.
What are you gonna do? It's not my fault that
problem.
they killed themselves. I tried to scare them and warn them the other way.
Alas, they did not. They just ran straight into the tree branches. Not my fault.
Not my fault at all. But yeah, that's our
wild.
fairy ghost mother. Forever wailing, just like you and I. Super short, super short, super sweet.
Cute. Love that for her.
Yeah, she's a girl boss at our core.
Go off and cry.
That's all we need. Just like a squonk. If you guys don't know what a squonk is, I use it for a lot of my gamer tags, but it's a creature, a mythological creature that is so ugly that it just cries all the time. That's it.
Same.
Banshee, squonk. One and the same.
One and the same.
Anyway, that's the Banshee. What do you gotta say? What do you gotta say?
Yeah, how banchanting
Oh.
was your presentation?
Thank you. If I die, I would like to become a Banshee.
I feel like that would be a good way to go.
Yeah, because you just... I don't want to be the one that, like, drives people to madness.
Yeah.
I want to be the one that's, like, foretelling of death.
Honestly, depends on the people.
Okay, fair.
Like, some of those people,
Fair.
honestly, fuck you. You know who you are, fuck you. Run into a fucking tree branch. Like,
Yeah.
if I could scream you to that direction, I fucking would.
It would be so fun to just, like, stroll up on a town with a horse.
Yeah.
Like, a dark horse and carriage behind you, and you just... Hey,
Guess
I'm
who?
here to collect.
Yeah. Guess which one of you bitches is coming home with me? Fuck some of you, honestly. You should die by Banshee.